मोक्षाश्रयेऽहमिव बन्धनान् मृत्युर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Sahanavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviyam Karavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavayi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotikamaya Mrityoramaya. Om Shanti Shanti. Good morning. Guten Morgen. Bonjour. Please see page number 73 for today's quote. Unselfishness is more paying, only people have not the patience to practice it. It is more paying from the point of view of health also. Love, truth, and unselfishness are not merely moral figures of speech, but they form our highest ideal, because in them lies such a manifestation of power. And page number 75, the first quote, are you unselfish? That is the question. If you are, you will be perfect without reading a single religious book, without going into a church or temple. So Swamiji is saying unselfishness is more paying, but we don't have the patience to practice it. There is only one problem in the world today, that is, human beings are not able to figure out the next step in evolution. We all have studied Darwin's theory of evolution. We know that actually from single-celled amoeba, higher species, higher forms of life have evolved. Single-cell to multi-cell organisms, then tissues, then organs. So the human being, as a human being, we are on the top of the pyramid. Among all the creatures, that actually are there in nature. We are on the top of the pyramid because of our cerebral capacity, because of our intelligence. We could dominate the rest of the animal world, and we have achieved the distinction of the top animal, the number one species, that is human species. So all our brothers, lower brothers, dogs, lions, and tigers, they couldn't compete with us. They couldn't be a match in intelligence. That's the reason they all become, many of the species have become extinct. Human species has multiplied just like this, 7.5 billion we are. Fine. The problem is, forget about those lower animals, but now actually we are competing with each other. Human being is competing with another fellow human being because it's 7.5 billion. But our number has gone up and the number of all other species has dwindled. Because in the competition between species and species is the interspecific struggle. Competition between one species and another species. The species is no match in terms of intelligence, that's why the numbers have dwindled. Because all the resources that are on the earth, for example, a forest is there. See, there is forest means lions, cheetahs, bears, all other animals, they live in forest only. That is their home. But we have invaded their space and we have consumed the forest and the animals have become practically extinct. Many of the species have become extinct. So, because they couldn't compete with us, because we are more intelligent than those animals. Now we are competing with each other. And then, after human being, what is the next species? Question should arise. Darwin has not told anything about it. But our philosophers have said that organic evolution has stopped here. Hereafter, there won't be any further organic evolution. It is not that human being will evolve and evolve and evolve. After a million years, another species will come out of this human being. We all know that we have come from chimpanzees. From here, is it that after a million year, four-handed human being will come? Like a Ravana, 10 heads? Hmm? Will another species will evolve like that? No. Organic evolution has stopped here. Hereafter, it is intellectual and spiritual evolution. As we human beings have not figured this out, we are competing with each other like this. There is selfishness, there is corruption, there is greed. Why? People are seeking the infinite in the finite. What it means, everybody has an aspiration to have more and more and more. Everybody wants to have more. How much you need, nobody is thinking. Material things, you need two pairs or three pairs of clothes at the most, little roof over your head, and 2 square meals per day. That is the requirement of a average human being. But you are not able to rest with these needs. You want more. Why you need more? You don't know. You have not figured it out. I mean, that's why I'm saying the next step in evolution. Hereafter, after basic necessities of life are satisfied, you are supposed to focus on cultivating the intellect and the spirit. Intellectual growth and then spiritual growth. Intellectual growth is also not sufficient. There are so many people who are extremely intellectual, extremely intelligent, but they also go into depression sometimes, right? The most intelligent people have committed suicide also in the world. So means that intellectual evolution is also not sufficient, and further you have to evolve spiritually, then only you will have total fulfillment. How that will happen? Unselfishness is the means, unselfishness is the way. That's why all scriptures in the world, all prophets, all messengers of God, they ask human beings, try to become unselfish, try to help your fellow human being. Okay? You have a responsibility towards other individuals of your species. Through this unselfishness, we expand our consciousness, we grow spiritually. ఆధ్యాత్మిక వికాసం కలుగుతుంది మనిషికి. ఆ ఆధ్యాత్మిక వికాసం ద్వారానే మనిషి మహనీయుడు అవుతాడు, దేవుడు అవుతాడు. సో ఫ్రమ్ ఈ దానవుడు నుంచి దేవుడి వరకు తీసుకెళ్ళటానికి మనకు ఉపయోగపడే ప్రక్రియ అన్సెల్ఫిష్నెస్, నిస్వార్థత. అది అర్థం కాలేదు కాబట్టి పీపుల్ ఆర్ గ్రేడీలీ అక్యుములేటింగ్ థింగ్స్, సీకింగ్ ద ఇన్ఫినిట్ ఇన్ ద ఫైనైట్, విచ్ ఇస్ ఇంపాసిబుల్. అది ప్రాబ్లం. Why you are seeking the infinite? Because there is already an infinite dimension in you. Swami Vivekananda would call it the soul, the divinity. The divinity is basically infinite. So the infinite is seeking to go to the infinite. Infinite is seeking to become the infinite again. So the longing is natural. But where to seek the infinite? People are not clear. They are seeking in the finite. They are seeking the material things. Asti pastru. Enta kavali, inka kavali. Enduku? Because you have not figured it out, the next step in evolution. So that's why in the process, competition, struggle, exploitation, corruption, They're all actually the byproducts of this kind of urge to have more, to seek the infinite. But you are seeking the infinite at a wrong place. You should not seek it in the finite. Anything that is three dimensional will always be the finite. It can never be the infinite. Bhumi anta iste, you will aspire for the moon. If moon would stay, you will aspire for the sun. If the sun is also given, you will aspire for solar galaxies. Okay? That's how we are constituted. That's how the human nature is. ఇంత ఉంటే నాకు చాలు అని ఎవరు చెప్పట్లేదు. Nobody says that this much is enough for me. I want more and more. Why this? From where this urge is coming? Because there is something infinite in you that is seeking the infinite. But infinite, actually, you have to explore only in the infinite, not in the finite. But we are seeking in the finite. That's the reason competition, struggle, exploitation, insecurity. People tend to become more selfish in the process. That's why Swami is saying here, unselfishness is more paying. In the sense, you'll come closer to God. You'll have more peace. You'll have more fulfillment. If you become totally unselfish, you'll become God Himself. That is the possibility. కంప్లీట్గా నిస్వార్థత కనుక మనం అవ్వగలిగితే, నిస్వార్థంగా ఉండగలిగితే, you will become God in human form. You will have total fulfillment. You will have the highest peace, and the whole world will actually get attracted towards you when you achieve that highest degree of unselfishness. If we can't achieve that highest degree of unselfishness, at least little we need to practice it. We need to get a taste of it at least. That's why in every religion that is there, you have to practice some unselfish activity. Be unselfish. That's for your own good only. Even from the health point of view also, Swamiji says, those who are unselfish only, they can keep good health, physical and psychological. Those who are extremely selfish, they won't be able to even keep good health. They will tend to fall sick sooner or later. You get the point? Arthamainda? Thank you. Have a nice day.